it's Mike Spells on Travel Spells. I'm back again. Well, to continue on with Nicaragua, which is a wonderful place. After I left San Juan del Sur, I decided to go to a town called Grenada, which is right off of it's near Lake Nicaragua. It's one of the largest lakes in Central America. And when I went to this beautiful, oh, what a beautiful city. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I stayed in a hostel. It was about $10 to $12 a night. I met some backpackers that I traveled with to other destinations in Nicaragua. And walking the streets at night, the air, the beauty, and the flags waving, the beautiful old colonial buildings, which I really fall in love with. I love just sitting in cafes and watching people walk by. It's amazing. And I always enjoy being the out. I don't know, all of my life it's been that way, but I really love being that different person, Maybe that's kind of selfish, I don't know. But anyway, there was a food that they eat. It's similar to, I guess, it's like our ice cream, but it was a mound of pickled substance, and it had crunchy things around it, and it tasted like, it's closest to a salad, but the kids were eating it like it was part sweet and then pickled and vinegar tasting, and it was in a mound. I don't know what it was, but I had to try it. It was green, and I didn't like it too much, but everyone else seemed to like it, so I said I'm going to try it. But after I left Grenada, I decided to take this huge trip. I actually went back up to Managua, and I took this huge trip to a place called Bluefileds. Now, Bluefileds is on the eastern side, the Caribbean side of the island, or of the country. And it's an area where more black people are. I guess the West Africans came in there and they settled in Bluefileds. And the only way to get to Bluefileds, I would have to first travel to a place called Rama. And Rama, from Managua, it took me, it was maybe 12 to 13 hours. It was just so long. And it was a bus. You take a bus and, many people are getting on and getting off, and they know, I don't know how they price it. It's just kind of weird. A person will get on for one stop or two stops, and they know how to price it. They have separate prices. But anyway, I sat in the back of this bus, and it took me a long time. When I got there, as soon as I got there, it was late at night, almost midnight. And when I arrived, I got out, and the lights just went off. I had no hotel, and the only way to get to Bluefileds was by boat. It's a 3-hour boat ride from Rama to Bluefileds. And you could either fly from Managua into Bluefileds, but I didn't have that money. So I had to take the boat. So the boat didn't leave till the next morning. So no one speaks English, so I love these conditions, even though I know it's unsafe. So I'm walking down the street with a backpack, no place to stay. I don't know where the hotels are. And the lights go out. The only way for me to see on the road was some passing cars would go by, and then you could see the roadway, and you kind of walk. So I stumbled around. It's pitch black, mind you, and there's people all over the place, kids riding by, and they can't see me, so they're not really interested, but they could see my size. I'm so much bigger than most people. But anyway, I started walking, and all of a sudden I see this sign, was just like all my travels, a hotel. So I went to the hotel, and boy, did I get ripped off. When I walked in, the guy charged me about $25 US, and that's much higher than it costs anywhere else. It should have been $5, basically for that area. But he charged me $25, and he asked me if I wanted food. I said, I don't want a thing from you guys. You guys are ripping me off. Oh, could you buy me this? I looked at them and I said, look, nothing. because these guys already ripped me off, so I don't want to give them any more profits or any money. So I went up to my room, which was air conditioned, and it was pretty nice. It's a very nice, decent room. I guess I deserve a nice room sometime. So I stayed there overnight. Next morning I got up and I went to this bus station with tons of people, animal, dogs, and sickly people. Oh, it was pretty difficult. But you know, I paid, I think it was $5, and I waited a few hours. Then I boarded this boat. It started raining. The boats, it was just a little dingy, little tiny boat, and they put 15 people on this boat. And I don't swim, okay? Don't swim. And we put these life vests on, you know. And I said, okay, what am I doing? And then I'm looking down this murky, brown water river, and we were going to take this thing for like 2.5 hours going to Bluefields. I said, why do I want to go here? Everyone told me not to go. They said it's dangerous. It's black people. It's dangerous. And I said, I gotta go. I mean, I've done that all my life. Why not? So anyway, we get in this boat. The water is basically, you're at the water's level, because that's how much the boat sunk down. So this water is flying. I'm all on the left side. The water is flying just by my face. This murky brown water. It's really close to my face, so I'm like right in the lake. So I thought that was crazy. Then it started raining, so we had to put this huge plastic over our heads. And when we put the plastic over our heads, you know, I didn't have a jacket. It was cold, and the water you had to hold this plastic down for this entire trip. And I was on the end, so water was getting in on me. It was so difficult. Then when we finally pulled in, it was like I stepped into Jamaica. Bluefields, you've got to go just to see it if you ever go to Nicaragua. It was the filthiest conditions of a hotel that I found. It was absolutely unbelievable, but it had a Jamaican feel to it. It's like I didn't know Nicaragua had this type of environment, but they were playing reggae, and I met a tour guide who really got on my nerves. He kept staying under me, and I said, you know, give me a break, and I finally told him to leave me. And I stayed in the filthiest room I've ever been in my life. It was so filthy I had to use my t-shirt over my pillow because it was just, everything was just filthy. The bathroom was the filthiest I've ever seen in my life. And I kind of thought, I said, okay, maybe I need to stay at better facilities, but you know, my money was low, so all I need is a place that I can shower, which the shower didn't work most of the time. So you step in and you have this bucket that you take a bath in. And then this woman would walk by and she'd fill up my bucket with water, rainwater basically. They collect rainwater. Then the toilet doesn't flush. It was the filthiest. It was absolutely awful. I guess you get the point. It was filthy. But next time I'll stay at better facilities. Then I left. When I left Bluefields, I only stayed there 3 or 4 days. To see the environment. I went out and stuff like that, and I didn't take pictures at all in Bluefields because it didn't feel safe. And I said, okay, let me just walk around the area. It was very nice people, and it was good food also. So I left there, and then I went back to Managua, which is a central point, and then I went north and went to a place called Leon, which is on the Pacific side. And it was very, very nice city, colonial city, wonderful people. I stayed at a very nice hostel, and they had plastic around the beds, I guess maybe to help with bed bugs or something like that. That was a wonderful city. People, staring, and I thought it was wonderful, beautiful, beautiful people. And went out to many there's wonderful jazz clubs and dance clubs and little house parties I'd stumble into, and I was learning a little bachata, merengue. It was very, very nice. And I stumbled home with the friends that you meet in hostels, which is wonderful. So I stayed there a few days, and then I decided to go to a place called Esteli, which is just north of Leon. And what a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful place. It was absolutely wonderful. Wonderful people. Great food, a little town atmosphere. I really loved the place. It was $7 a night. I stayed in a little, it wasn't a hostel, but a hotel. Very, very nice, private room. And it was a nice place to stay. Then I left there. I went to a place called Maracalpa, which everyone says travel there. It was a beautiful city also. And then I returned to Managua and came back home. So it was about a 23-day trip, which is absolutely wonderful. That's it for Managua.